Hey, hey, what's up? It's Izzy here with I Do the Most, and I'm back with the Pokemon Shiny Gold Sigma Nuzlocke playthrough. The reason I'm starting off here is I went back inside of the trick house to see if I missed any items, because I only did like the up to the second stage or something like that. Since we beat the Elite Four, I did get the new team pretty much trained up for the most part. I got most of the who will be the core players of the team trained up, and I'm working on getting I think two others. But let's check them out real quick. So that egg that I've been pushing off the hatch, I swore it was going to be a why not. It was a fucking Larvitar. I can't explain to you the joy that came over me when I found that out, because I was like, yes. I was like, we're at the part of the game where we're going to be hitting level 60 soon, and I can have myself a Tyranitar on the team. And of course, she has been putting in the most work. I decided to name her Asuna off of the girl from Sword Art Online. If you ever seen that show on Netflix, then you get the reference. She's a badass. Our Tyranitar is a badass. She does succumb to the unfortunate trend that keeps befalling the team, where their IVs and HP are really low. Hers is the D plus, and that's probably like the best low that you could get. But overall, she still has really good health, and her IVs and her defenses more than makes up for that low grade right there. So her defense will be low according to her nature in order for her speed to be increased. She's been outspeeding mostly everything that I've been going up against. I did go back and test them out against the Elite Four, and we made it to the fourth member. I had promised that that wouldn't be canon. I just kind of wanted to see how the team would do, and they kind of wrecked through them, but also at the same time, I'm still trying to figure out a good balance of team members. And as I said, the whole team isn't up to level, and their move sets aren't complete yet. I need to find the move tutor and figure out what to do from there. But anyway, back to where I was starting at. No, we'll get to that in a second. Actually, let's finish going through the team. So her move set is Rock Slide, Thrash, Crunch, and Screech, and her ability is Sandstream. So she summons a Sandstorm. I really wish Tyranitar could keep Pupitar's ability, which is Shed Skin, because Shed Skin, fucking a turn or two of any status ailment, it just heals itself. That's so good, and it sucks that only Cocoon Pokemon can have that ability. So like Cascoon, Silcoon, Metapod, Kakuna, and Pupitar are the five that come to mind when that ability is mentioned. I wish that when they evolved, you had the option to keep that ability, or there was a chance that you could keep that ability. But her moveset is Rock Slide, Thrash, Crunch, and Screech. Um, Not the greatest moveset. Rock Slide's been putting in work. I didn't realize Thrash was as powerful as it is. 120 base power, that's fucking broken. It does have that chance to, uh, well, we'll be confused after thrashing. Uh, that's always something to keep in mind. And then Crunch is there with black glasses on her. Next, we got Little Bear evolved into an Ursaring. I got her up to level 40, and honestly, her leveling up is much slower than say Tyranitar or any of the other Pokemon on the team. And you'll see what I mean. It took hours to literally get everybody up to the levels that they are at now. Again, Little Bear with the low IVs and HP, but her defenses makes up for it. Her HP isn't the greatest, but we're still 10, 15 levels behind the rest of the team. So it'll get better. Its ability is Guts, which is really good as far as battles go. I miss pickup though. because I love fucking picking up free items. But I'm also at the part of the game where I could just buy the items that I need. And once we can make it back to Kanto's Goldenrod, right now it's evading me what the name of the town is. But once we get there, we can go to the supermarket and buy everything that they have over there that we need. Now, I was thinking that we had to go to the route right before you get to Victory Road to go into Kanto because remember it was split. You go straight up and then you go through Victory Road. If you go to the left, they said that that was Mount Silver, and if you go to the right, I'm assuming that that's the route that leads you into Viridian City, if I'm not mistaken. So they wouldn't let me do that. So I went back up and I was like, did I not save after beating the Elite Four? I was like, no, I had to because I'm all the way back in Johto, you know. But anyway, I had remembered that Professor Elm gave us the SSN ticket, and we got to go to Goldenrod. I was on my way to Goldenrod, but I remembered the trick house, and that's where I am now. But her moveset is Slash, Toxic, Feint Attack, and Rock Smash. I'm salty because she had Rest, and I think I deleted that for something, and then I ended up replacing it with Rock Smash anyway. But I might have the TM for it. If I do have the TM, I think I'm gonna keep Little Bear with Rest because it can take pretty good damage. I used to think Ursaring was uh pretty weak defensively. I knew it hit hard, but I don't remember it really being able to take many hits. But Little Bear has been putting in work, and she's under leveled, mind you. When I was in the Elite Four, she took out um I want to say three different Pokemon, which isn't bad, and she was only level 37, and they all was level 50 and higher. The first Pokemon that she went up against was Zatu, and it just kept using Future Sight, and I'd use Feint Attack. Well, I'd start off with Toxic to start doing some residual damage and hit it with like two Feint Attacks, and it was out. And then it would tank that Future Sight that would hit it. And the next they'd bring out like Jinx, which it could still tank a hit from Jinx. The only thing that it wasn't tanking a hit from was Slowbro. Off the top of my head, after that, I had other options and stuff like that. But our next Pokemon, of course, is Misty. Misty did learn Moonblast, uh, which I originally replaced Dazzling Gleam with because it's a bit stronger and it had the chance to reduce special defense. So I ended up getting rid of Wish and Tartar Dazzling Gleam back because that only has 5 PP and I don't have any more PP ups, unfortunately. Ancient Power is not popping like it was early in the game. That's one of the reasons I kept it around. And to be 100% honest, its special attack is not that great. When I went back through the Elite Four, Misty was not doing good at all on like any of the trainers before we got to we didn't make it to Lance. We made it all the way into the fourth Elite Four member, the Dark User. And honestly, I could have won, but I messed up. I had Asuna out there, and one of their Pokemon used Perish Zone. And I was under the impression that if you faint their Pokemon, the Perish Zone stops. So their next Pokemon came out, and mind you, I had it on fast speed, so I wasn't really reading the text or nothing like that. So their next Pokemon came out, I had one more turn left on me, but I wasn't paying attention, and I took them out of one hit, and then it was like, your Pokemon fainted because of Perish Song. I'm like, yo, it is what it is. But yeah, Misty. Next, we got Wally. So Wally, uh, Misty, and Asuna are like the core 3 members. If I could get an Eviolite for Misty, nothing would fucking kill her. And if I could get like Drain Kiss for Wally, it would be awesome. Again, low HP. I don't expect it to be too physically defensive, so I'm not too upset about that. But even so, its defense is still 84, which means that even if it was like a pure C, that means its defense would be up to about 100. That's why I love Gardevoir. I love Gardevoir over Alakazam because it can actually take hits, it can deal out damage, it can build up its defenses and such. And in my opinion, it's a lot more versatile. I think Alakazam has more potential to be a sweeper for a team, but Gardevoir definitely has more versatility on most teams. Its ability is synchronized. Right now it has Psychic, Thunderbolt, Thunder. I was about to say Thunder Team, Thunderbolt, Double Team, and Calm Mind. So I have the two setup moves depending on what the situation calls for. Honestly, and one of the runs through the Elite Four because that was a good place to start grinding once I hit like level 45 and higher and stuff like that. Because like I said, it took literal hours, and I had to go back to certain areas to grind because most of these Pokemon were like level 5 to level 20 and stuff like that. And I was like, I can switch train, but that's going to take fucking forever. So Psychic and Thunderbolt has been doing the work for Wally. And and what I was saying, one of the runs, Wally was able to pretty much sweep the first two members of the Elite Four simply by setting up with Calm Mind. Because the other guy, the first person starts out with Zatu. Zatu can't do anything. I mean, it could Future Sight. That's not gonna kill it. Probably take two of those to kill it with Future Sight. And I don't even remember what other moves it was using for real, for real. I think it had Shadow Ball, but that's not doing enough. It's not Stab, and Gardevoir has pretty good special defense. And the second person, which was Bruno, if I'm no, it was Koga. I'm lying. It wasn't. She wasn't able to sweep through Koga. But the person after Koga, Bruno, she swept through him because he would start out with Hitmontop and he just used close combat and it was doing like 12 points of damage. So I just set up with Calm Minds and Double Team. And the Sandstorm was going and slowly chipping away. Then I just Psychic through the rest of them and go on from there. And okay, all right. Well, that was a spoiler right there. We actually got somebody with good HP IVs, but not the highest HP. So it kind of balanced itself out there. It's like, here, you want to complain about it? We'll give you high IVs. But she has high defenses, except for her special defense, which Altaria is like known for. So its special defense still isn't low, considering the fact that its IV for that particular stat is low. As natural cure, so it heals upon switching out. I think that's what it had before. It has Fly, Dragon Claw, Mirror Move, and Ice Beam. I don't like her move set at all. Mirror Move is there, it's a unique move, so I decided to keep it. I was like, if I could find something that really works for her, maybe I'll just do like a bulky stall set with her because it's going to be hard to take her out. But she does have a Mega Evolution. If I learn Dragon Dance, I'll probably go more towards a physical set for her. That way I can get some speed, I can get some attack, and hit it with like a stab Dragon Claw. And maybe teach it. I don't have any physical fairy moves, like playing rough, or play rough or nothing like that, but there's still Moonblast. Or not Moonblast, what's it called? Dazzling Gleam. Which is stab. Now Terrier's special attack is pretty good. I don't know. Guess I get to that when I get to it. And last but not least is Jen, the Tentacruel. She has Surf, Sludge Bomb. Whirlpool is there because I needed it to finish this part of the Trick House. and barrier. Other than that, that's pretty much the other HM slot for now. I'm kind of iffy about Sludge Bomb. I mean, Poison's fine, but is it really necessary? But then at the same time, I don't really have any solid move to put there. Maybe Ice Beam. I'd probably put Ice Beam in that third slot. I do like that it learned Barrier because, I mean, look at them IVs though. Very basic, very unappealing. Its attack is high. I've never ran a physical Tentacruel. I can't even really think of any physical moves I'd run on it. Waterfall? What other physical moves would you run with a Tentacruel? Rap just to be an asshole? I don't know. But its ability is Liquid Ooze. If anybody uses any draining moves, Draining Punch, Absorb, Mega Drain, Giga Drain, anything like that, it causes damage instead of healing them. Not the greatest ability, but in the right situation, it could definitely come in handy. Um, yeah. So that's the squad. Now let's go back to the original point of the story. As you can see in front of me, there's the level 51 Spirit Tomb here. Mind you, this is the third trial of the Trick House. This is right after you were able to get Rockfall. So this would be right after we faced Whitney. I mean Rock Smash. So this would be right after we faced Whitney. If we would have came up here, this is what we would have to deal with. And right, the craziest part about it is this isn't just a random fucking trainer. Let's go. Let's finish this battle off and see who this is. If I can learn how to control right, there we go. This should be able to one shot, right? Maybe not, but we got the defense drop. Oh, come on. Fucking knockoff. Okay, that should take it out then. No worries. What? Now it's gonna heal and make me waste a turn. Okay, why couldn't we one-shot it last time? That must have been a real low roll. Spiritual doesn't have that much health. Oh, we can one-shot this. We're both ground, so he won't be affected by that, but Crunch is super effective against him. This Magius. Should be able to one-shot that. If we one-shot a Golurk, we should be able to one-shot Miss Magius. Alright, right, so getting into this battle, the guy was he said something along the lines of I haven't found any rare items in here, something like that. You see that? Defeated leader Morty. Not my lucky day. The worst part about it is look at his fucking avatar. Does that look like Morty to you? Look like a regular hiker, don't it? They played the hell out of me. This place is empty of water Pokemon. What's the use for this place? Oh yeah, that's what he said. He said I couldn't find any water Pokemon because I went fishing and swimming for a little while too. I was like, this is technically a free encounter if I can get a Pokemon, but nothing popped up. But I guess that's supposed to mean like he has on his gear and stuff like that. But they shouldn't do shit like that. Anyway, I'm gonna after saying this, I will be going live in a little while. and maybe about an hour to an hour and a half. So 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I'll be going live with the rest of the playthrough, so we can go straight into Kanto and see what's good. I just wanted to show what was going on here and give a quick update date on what's going on with the team and stuff like that. But if you are still rocking with me and you are enjoying this journey, I ask that you leave a like if you're new to the channel. What I do here is play RPGs with some kind of challenge incorporated into it. As you see, it's Pokemon with the Nuzlocke rules. I also have Final Fantasy IV going on the channel as well, where the challenge on that is limited item usage. If these sound like something that you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when new videos are being updated. I am going to start streaming for the most part the games that we're doing on the channel, but updates and stuff will come in as regular videos like this. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to head out. You have yourself a good day. Peace.